Good afternoon, Bruin fans, and welcome to our off-season edition here of Something Bruin with Coach Cook here, May 2023. Coach Cook, how you doing today?
Man, I'm enjoying the weather, Mark. It feels
Uh,
good out here, Art Brancher Stadium. How are you?
yeah. Yes, that's right. We got you. We got you on location, and definitely great here to have you on the field here with the symposium here that you guys are having here this evening.
Yes, absolutely. It's been a busy spring, but it's well worth it. Whether it's the traffic of college coaches coming in or the what we like to call as a coaching staff community service, giving back to our parents and our student athletes with the recruiting symposium and the Rising Bruin visit we had in April. So it's been a lot of good things going on at Western Branch High School, and a big shout out to our administrators, our student and faculty and support staff. It's been great.
Yes, and to piggyback on the Rising Bruin Day there back in April, so that was all the uh, all the current eighth graders from Western Branch Middle and Jolliffe Middle that were able to come in and see what if they want to be Bruin football players.
Right. Well, it's really like our high school guys, right? They got to go on campus. They got to see what the campus looks like. Got to meet the coaches. Got to make sure the coaches are a good fit. Although we're a public school, we're still giving those student athletes and the parents an opportunity to see a inside look of our program and how we go about our business. Whether it's as student athletes in the classroom or whether it's community service within our community, and then most importantly, as a football player here at Western Branch. So I think 80% of what we do it the right way, and I use 80%, but I believe 100% is that number. But it's to me an opportunity to give them an option and make sure it's the right fit. And why not Western Branch?
Right, that's right. Why not? Why not be a Bruin?
Right, absolutely, absolutely.
Especially since this show, with me being a Bruin alum, you being a Bruin alum, I mean, so we just can't hide that Bruin
That
pride.
bro, man, you know it. It's in the smile, it's in the swagger, the walk and talk, man. But we do it humbly, Mark.
Right,
We do it very humbly. I know you know that. You're a
right.
great guy. You've done a phenomenal job for our program, and I want to
Well,
thank
thank
you.
you.
Mike Sharp, big shout out to Mike. It just feels good, to talk a
Right,
little football.
that's
We
right.
started our spring ball practices a little bit like a preseason approach, and it was nice seeing that ball get slung around the yard and hearing the pads as far as blocking shields and things of that nature kind of thud a little bit. So it's been awesome.
Yes, and the thing is, I mean, I thought back in the day, you would have summer camps, for
Right.
the football players to go to, but boy, you want to talk about a busy spring for our
Yes.
Bruin football players. I mean, what a busy off season it has been
Correct.
here for our rising seniors, juniors, and sophomores,
Yes, and freshmen, right? It's
freshmen
been
too.
very busy. When you win, it's very attractive, But as I've shared with a lot of schools that have come in, you're not only getting a football player that understands the game, but you're getting a student athlete. You're getting a kid that's going to manage well in due time in the classroom. He's going to be dependable within the community, things of that nature. So it's been awesome, just having the attention on Western Branch and many other schools in the Tidewater area. But at the end of the day, we have developed a relationship with our coaches at the college level to where they will come and see the guys, if that makes sense.
Right.
We're still go get some kids to camps. Some
Yeah.
schools are very interested in quite a few of our guys, so we're going to get them to those camps. We got a 7-on-7 circuit in the middle of June that
Mhm.
we're excited about, and those are all on college campuses. So
Okay.
it's a lot of good, man. It's a lot to talk about, but it's a lot of good going on.
Yes, and I just want to bring up here the Portsmouth Sports Club luncheon next week. I
Yeah,
mean, I remember going to a Portsmouth Sports Club dinner down in downtown Portsmouth when Vince Hall was
Yes.
recognized as he was at Virginia Tech at the time. But Coach Jay,
Hmm.
won this award there at that banquet, and now here next Tuesday, you Portsmouth Sports Club honoring you here with football accomplishments.
That's a lot of good company to be in.
Right.
John A. Somerville was one of the first guys to congratulate me and say, "Welcome to the club." At the end of
Right.
the day, it's a lot of prestigious guys who have been recognized, whether it's being a student athlete or a coach. And to be in that same opportunity, like Coach Jay, he congratulated me as well. It means a lot. It takes a lot of hard work to get to that, and sometimes you don't get a chance to soak it all in. But I kind of took a step back and really wanted to appreciate the work that my coaching staff, the work that our kids have done, our support staff, our trainers, our managers, you name it, administration. And that to me is why I'm where I am. Everybody has really been all into our approach of what we want to do. They followed my goal, my vision, and path. And to them, I give all the glory and thanks.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And obviously the man above,
Right.
without his vision of seeing me
Yeah.
here at Western Branch and bringing me back home,
Right.
none of this is possible. So it's awesome.
Yes, and I also want to give a little shout out here to our football players that running track and got to compete in the historic Penn Relay.
Yeah, man. They those that whole program is special, right? Those guys that competed are very special. I believe the 4x1 team finished third overall and 12th in the nation. I may be wrong. Maybe they're third. Shamik can fact check it. But
Right.
love Shamik. Shout out to you, big dog. But
Right.
those guys went up to Pens and they took it up to another notch. Those young men ran a 42.30 uh 4x1. And I just did the division of it all by four, and those guys ran about a 10-6 each. To
Wow.
compete, man. They were blazing. And I've shared that with several coaches, about Devin Cook and Shamik. And at the end of the day, Penn Relays, you get a different adrenaline boost than
Yeah.
a local track meet, than a regional track meet. It's a lot of eyes on you. It's a national stage, and they did a phenomenal job. Their 4x4 team did a great job as well. I believe they finished 12th in the nation. We had Delvon Moore Jr. up there, Devin Cook, and a couple other guys. So it was good to see our football players in a position to continue to be dynamic in multiple sports.
Right.
And they did not come home empty-handed. They did not come home without leaving a mark there up in Pennsylvania.
Yes,
Or Philly.
and I would like to also we also have some football players there playing soccer, whether it's
Yes,
varsity or JV,
yes,
but definitely some of our football players here being involved in spring sports there around
absolutely.
campus.
That was one of my goals, and that was one of my visions. And again, these young men are following that path. Hashtag GVP is what we put under some of our posts and whatnot. But that's what we always want. Our kids have a goal, a vision, and a path. We have two playing soccer, right?
Yeah.
Dane McDaniel Jr. and Riley Higgins.
Yeah.
Definitely talented athletes, and just making impacts within their sport. I must take a step back. We got about 12 guys running track. We talk about Devin and Shamik and Delvon Moore, but we got a freshman, Christopher Frazier Jr. We have an Aiden Waters, Jalen People Jones, and Makari Brown Porter. So we got quite a few. Tyson Holland. We got quite a few football players that are also running track at a high level here at
Right.
Western Branch. So it's a lot of good. So very pleased with those guys and their unselfishness and their trust. And I'm gonna take this step. Although I love the game of football, if coach want me to get on the track and impact and also better myself or whatever it looks like, they bought in and done a phenomenal job.
Yes, and then also here we got we
Yeah,
got an upcoming here Bruin football golf tournament here on Thursday, May 25th.
absolutely. I mean, we want all come out. It's gonna be a good day, and our goal is to bring that community back together, continue to bring them together. It is a fundraiser for our football program, so shout out to our booster club. Miss Amanda Higgins has done a phenomenal job taking over for Miss Ann Bartow. And Miss Bartow is still a part of our program, just in a different role. But that booster club is awesome. They have really hit the ground running. Started looking at the vision of what we wanted, Coach Thomas, myself, and how we wanted to go about it, and they've made it happen. So this fundraiser is just going to help us continue to build the best high school experience for our young men and young lady, and just continue to just create what Western Branch should look like in the 2020s. Absolutely.
Yes, and just and all the fans out there, I am going to post that flyer when we post this episode. But registration's still open, and actually with technology, I mean, all you have to do is take your phone to the QR
Yep.
code, and it has right there, for either sponsorships or to sign up and golf. And I'm hearing that Coach Arculin
Yes.
is coming down to play in the tournament. That'll be
Absolutely.
cool to have one of the former Bruin head football coaches come down.
Absolutely. And I believe Coach Jay is gonna play as well.
All
So
right, all right,
it's gonna be pretty interesting. Coach Arculin will be partnered up with a Bruin or a
right,
Bruin alum, and that's what we want. We want to be around each other. We invite everybody. Walk ups are welcome as well on
right.
the day of. But Mark, I'm upset. You didn't pick me for your team, man.
Well,
I'm upset.
no, I'm sorry, man. I mean, but the thing is I have Bruin alums
I've heard, and
on
some
my
good ones
team.
too. And some good ones. But it's gonna be a great day. We're
Right.
excited about this, and it's about the kids.
Yeah.
We're trying to raise money for our young men. For
Right.
our JV program, our varsity program, and to give the booster club options of how to help provide a great high school experience. Our kids really deserve it. They attack the off season. I'm just messing with you,
Yeah.
buddy. But
Oh no, you're
we're we're
good. You're good.
we're gonna be fine. It's gonna be fun. I can't wait. I'm excited.
Yes, and also it's going to be in the morning, so breakfast and lunch will be provided,
Yeah.
and with your registration fee, and then also we also have some great prizes as well as raffle options, and I'm hearing that the Booster Club is asking for a special sports focused rags here to go live there as we're starting, and then as we finish.
I need you to go live when we're golfing, so I
All
get an
right.
edge.
Okay.
So I
All
get an
right.
edge. No,
Yeah.
I just don't want you to be locked in. Now I'm excited. Yes,
Right.
it's gonna be a good day, right? And you
Right.
may get an opportunity to connect with some of the alum that have come back to support West Branch football, baseball, track. It doesn't matter. We want every sport that is interested, every student athlete that have played here, regardless of what year,
Yeah.
to come back and really be a part of this community event, this fundraiser for our kids, our young men, and it's going to be fun. I'm just messing with you,
Yeah.
buddy. I'm
Oh,
excited about it.
right.
Haven't gotten out there like I want to yet,
Yeah.
but I think this weekend is going to be dedicated to a little round ball and 18 holes. So we'll
All
see. But
right.
all in all, it's going to be fun.
Right.
I just keep promoting it. Our booster club has done a phenomenal job. It's only for adults only.
Right.
I'm sure some young golfers would love to be a part, but this is an alumni and community event.
Okay. Yeah. And what about let's see, to piggyback on the Bruin alums, let's bring up here the guest speaker for June 20th at the
Okay.
Northwood
Yeah.
Sports Club, class of '95, Dre Bly.
You said it earlier. You can't hide that Bruin pride. It's like
No.
every time we turn around, it's a lot of good going on, which is
Right.
great. And
Right.
it's awesome. So happy for him.
Right.
Again, he's a Hall of Famer. He's a future NFL Hall of Famer. He's a college football Hall of Famer, high school Hall of I mean, you name it. The guy has done it. Dre has done a phenomenal job. Has had one of the best careers any pro athlete could ever have at every level. He could compete at, and why not have Dre Block be a guest speaker? So we're happy for him. Always happy for him, and just all of our Bruins that are doing great in our community. But yeah, that's gonna be a fun day. Absolutely, that's gonna be a
Yeah.
fun event.
And, and I think, and we'll talk more offline, but I think I think I've reached out to some Norfolk Sports Club people and
Hmm.
looking for a table just
Okay.
for
Yep. Yep.
Western Branch football representation, because
Absolutely.
we'll go across the pond there to
There you go.
downtown Norfolk and show that Bruin pride.
There you go. There you go. Absolutely. That's gonna be an awesome day, though.
Right.
Obviously we will be out of school. Our last day of school for our kids is June 15th, so
Okay.
that's a lot of wiggle room to be flexible and be able to go over and be supportive of them. So we're excited. Absolutely.
Right. Yes. Yeah. And I definitely have May 16th down. I don't know, what the cutoff time was for RSVP in there for the Portsmouth Sports Club, but I'll definitely be there here to see see you be honored and bring
Right.
up the football program there at Elizabeth Manor.
Absolutely excited. I wanted to reach out, but I'm gonna wait and let it happen organically.
Okay.
Last year, Desmond Cook was honored Ace Parker
Okay.
Player of the Year,
Right.
uh, male Player of the Year, and I wonder if there is a father son duo that is a part of that club and that
Oh.
prestigious group. So
Right.
not sure, but it's just awesome. You're sitting there watching him be recognized and just kind of envisioning, wow, that'd be pretty cool if I ever get a chance to be recognized, not knowing what our season would look like last spring this time.
Right.
But just sitting there again, thinking about my goal, my vision and path, and just blessed to be in this position. Oftentimes coaches don't get a lot of time to enjoy. It's short lived. Everything we do is short lived, and this to me, this is one of the moments that you live in a moment and
Yeah.
you appreciate it for what it's worth. So I'm excited, absolutely.
Right.
And
Yeah.
thanks for being there. I know Mr. Hicks, our AD, Miss Tamika Foster, and our guidance counselor, one of them, Diana Ransom, have
Okay.
confirmed that they're going to be there in support on behalf of Western Branch. So it's just great. It's just
Right.
great to see that consistency amongst the leadership of our school,
Right.
guidance department, support staff, you name it, and then eventually, obviously, our coaching staff and our student athletes. So it's been great.
Right. Yes. Yeah. And yeah, let's see. I know that you talked about getting up with your golf game this weekend, but
I got work to
also
do.
also on Sunday, I mean, LaShawn and a lot of the mothers there of
Yeah,
the football program here with it
yeah.
being Mother's Day.
Right, right. So happy early Mother's Day to everybody, Bruin Nation, to my
Yes.
coaching staff, the wives, the special loved ones, the spouses, you name it. And then a big shout out to my better half. Well
Yes.
deserved. It's her day. I'm excited about that. We're going to travel out of town for that particular Mother's Day, and really enjoy family, and just kind of slow things down and make it about them. So we're
Okay.
excited. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Rashad, to bring up Desmond, I've seen here also this spring with William and Mary winning their conference.
Yes, they
Desmond
did.
Desmond got a little bling bling there
Yes, he
at
did.
the collegiate
Yes, he did.
level.
Yeah, he earned it. I
Yeah.
told him, I said, son, the first ring always go to the father. You know what I mean? I mess with him, but it's his ring. He earned it. Very proud of him. They have a good team coming back. Shout out to Coach Rasai, and getting that co-defensive coordinator position. So it's gonna be awesome. Just seeing how they come back. Coach Vincent Brown, a phenomenal coach, phenomenal person, is taking over at North Carolina A&T, and he is inheriting a phenomenal running back coming out of
Right.
Western Branch High School by the name of Shamik Blizzard. So I think that the Blizzard's warning continues to go south, if that makes sense. But it's good. Yeah, I was very proud of him. He had pretty good years. Freshman, he kept his red shirt, so he returns as a sophomore in the classroom, a red shirt freshman on the field, and those are some good things when you look at losing that COVID season, but yet now you kind of neutralize it, getting that red shirt tag. So, he's doing good. A lot of our guys, I've checked in with every student athlete that we have in college, and really multiple times. And they've checked in with me. But, just real pleased with a lot of our Bruins that have transitioned and how they've been able to manage and handle the rigorous demand of being a college student athlete. So they're doing phenomenal.
Yes, and the CAA. I mean, because they're going out 64 West. We
Yeah.
definitely have a Bruin there. There at the University of Richmond.
Yes, we do. They got a stud DB. He's Christopher Frazier. CJ looks very good. Standing 6 feet, solid, almost 200 pounds. Frame looks very well. He's been working hard, and poised to transition right after graduation. So very pleased with his growth and development. It's a blessing that I was able to meet these young men in the spring of their freshman year.
Right.
Although COVID threw a roadblock, we found a way through technology to continue to
Yeah.
build. And here we are now. Young men are definitely getting in school, getting opportunities, and we're very happy for them.
Yes, and we, to continue the Bruin Tar Heel
Yeah.
tradition. I mean, there's Paul Billups.
Yes.
There in Chapel Hill.
He too looks good. Very I believe 6'2", 6'1" and a half, 205 pounds, and still Paul Billups. Finding a way to make a play, much like that guy Dre Bly, right?
Right,
Finding a way
right.
to make a play. Looks good. Has checked in a couple of times, coming home and stopping by school. So it's been a huge blessing. And I think it was a coach recruiting our 24, 25 class. I said, Coach, to have guys come back, I think
Yeah.
that says a lot about what you've done. Oftentimes guys go to college and then they get tied up in the college life that they really don't have a chance to get back and check in. And Paul's been great. He's sent messages, tell the guys I'll be home, and if they want to work out, this is the time we're going to work out, and this is what we're going to do. So he's still pouring back into our football program, even though
Right.
he's early enrollee.
Yeah, well, Rashad, I appreciate your time. I know it's busy here with the symposium tonight, but
Yes.
you brought up Mike Sharp.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate Mike with this idea. Charles Thomas, those two, class of '93,
Yep.
they are definitely looking for when the homecoming game
Yes.
is, because I think their class, going to be having the 30th reunion. So Bruin Nation, just looking forward to the 2023 football season.
Absolutely. Yeah, so we're waiting on that final schedule. That should come out in a week or so. That'll give everybody a good gauge. I'll be able to announce or at least put out when homecoming is going to be and who it's going to be against.
Okay.
But the city of Chesapeake, so CPS and the Virginia High School League, they're trying to get everything finalized and what's the word I want to use? I guess approved, and then
Yeah.
we're ready to roll. So, just a little more patience. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna have a good season. We're having a good off season right now, and I'm just proud of our kids. I'm excited about how our recruitment process has been. This spring, it's been the most aggressive since I've been here, and I think, like I tell the coaches, when you're 21 and 6 in 2 years and a regional champ, they're coming.
Yes, yes, and Rashad, just a beautiful day here in Bruin land. We talked
Yes,
about the Portsmouth Sports Club. We talked about the Norfolk Sports Club. With Western Branch being in Chesapeake, I think it's sometime in the summer where they kind of invite all the high school, public school, private school to a Chesapeake Sports Club luncheon and kind of preview the football season.
Right, right. I'm not sure the actual date,
Right,
but I
right,
do know in due time something will come out. We will be able to, hopefully be a part of it and, see what it looks like. We're excited about our summer conditioning. Like
yeah,
that's the next phase for us, finishing spring ball, finishing spring, workouts, and then transitioning to summer conditioning. That's the next step for us and making sure our lung capacity and our body is ready for those dog days of summer.
right, right. Because then when the games get here, I mean, it's just time to when the hard work and the off season, then everybody will be ready when the ball gets kicked off there at the end of August.
Absolutely. We tell our kids all the time, you got to be crazy to practice 20 hours a week to play for a 2.5 hour game, right? So we also equally have to be crazy to work in all the heat and
Right,
the hot and the conditions to get to December and
right.
it's ice cold,
Yeah,
So it's a unique sport, and we tell our kids all the time, take pride in being uncommon here at Western Branch, and take pride in also being unique. We don't want to look like everybody else. We don't want to be like everybody else. We want us to be our own brand. And our kids and our coaching staff and our school community has adjusted and adapted well to that mindset and that philosophy. So it's just like I said, it's a lot of good going on here. We appreciate and value every opportunity and every chance we get to celebrate our kids, our young men.
yes, and last night, a friend of mine, this friend, classmate of Ernie Rogers, so Bruin alums, but we were out in Virginia Beach at a football thing, and do you know that the person that I talked to, brought up the backfield that
Wow,
Coach Jay had in the fall of '97. You
wow, that's pretty cool. That's pretty
that
cool.
that three-headed monster.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like we didn't know what we were doing. I mean, we knew what we were doing football wise, but we
Right.
didn't know that from a state standpoint how dynamic we were, But
Right.
25 years later, 26 years later, we're hearing about it. But we were just following the footsteps of some of the guys before us and wanted to not outperform them, but just outperform our opponents every opportunity we did. And don't let Coach Jay fool you. He
Right.
wanted to dominate back then too. So, we love him. Shout out to you, Coach Jay, man. Love you.
Yeah, and I know that Coach Jay will be listening. Well, hey, Rashad, we started this 2.5 years ago. Definitely look forward to the episodes come football season. And still, to my knowledge, still the only platform for a dedicated high school football show here in at least the 757.
Yep. And,
Yeah.
and for one high school, one head coach, So, I mean, we're going to keep on keeping on. It is what it is. You've done a great job for our
Thank you.
school, our community, our young men, right? Giving them exposure, giving them opportunities to hear their story, through me and how we've been able to go from, how we've been able to return things back to tradition here at
Yeah.
Western Branch. And Mark, I really appreciate it. And again, I tell coaches without a great administration, without a great support staff from athletic director and athletic department, we're just it's a lot harder. We'll put it like that. But because they do it the right way and they trust that we're doing it the right way, that support there is wide open, and we really appreciate it.
Yes. Well, hey, Rashad, just hope everything goes well this evening. Looking
Yeah,
forward to the golf outing here in a couple weeks, and talk to you later. And go Bruins!
absolutely, man. You take it easy, Mark. I look forward to seeing you soon. Go
All right,
Bruins.
sounds good. Well, hey, Bruin Nation. So that was a little off-season episode here to get you ready here on what Bruin football has been doing here in spring 2023. All right.